Welcome to the Smart Chiropractor Show and our strategic marketing segment. Today we're going to talk about why teach and invite consistently is such an important topic when building an engaged audience online. And I want to start by pulling it back just to the absolute fundamentals. There are a lot of chiropractors out there, and probably a few watching and listening right now, that are practically invisible. And if you are not out there telling the story of who you are and what you do, how can you ever expect to keep a full schedule of great patients? I know so many docs out there, and rightfully so, are super focused on establishing clinical excellence. I love it. I respect it. But please do not forget about the fact of, with all the clinical excellence in the world, people still need to know about it. So teach and invite is the philosophy that Jason and I came up with the Smart Chiropractor. It's what the Smart Chiropractor is built on, and it is a way of letting you know that you should be showing up each and every day, each and every week, each and every month, each and every year across your platforms and social channels, highlighting things, as I like to say, that are educational, entertaining, and engaging. That's the teach portion. The invitation is your call to action. Every time you teach, you've now provided yourself the opportunity to invite somebody to take an action step. That might be comment below, share with a friend, or a direct action step. Hop on our schedule today. You don't need to be shy about it. All of your invitations should be very direct. And the most challenging and most important piece of that is showing up consistently. Teach and invite consistently. That is how you build an engaged audience online. It's totally crazy to assume that people are going to be engaged with you if you're not showing up and helping them with engaging content, helping them along the way. And we see this within our own Smart Chiropractor channels, our own Smart Chiropractor groups, as we get out there, as we teach, as we engage, as we ask questions, as we show who we are, we get more engagement coming back. What a wild and crazy thought. And here's the beauty of it. When you teach and invite consistently, you notice this didn't say sell and sell more, or bait and switch and sell every other day. Teach and invite consistently. This has nothing to do with selling. Simply get out there and showcase who you are and what you do. Now, at the Smart Chiropractor, if you're tuning into the Research That Matters segments, you know we think in terms of an annual calendar, monthly campaigns, weekly topics, and daily posts. We can help you with all of that, or if you want to create it your own, go for it. It's super hard to do so. You're probably going to struggle with the consistency, but all the information is available for you to do so. But the most important thing you can do is take the action step and get out there and teach and invite consistently. Jason, as you were putting these thoughts together many, many moons ago, what was some of the impetus for it, and what do docs need to know today around how this applies to their practice and their marketing and communications?
You know, it's really a great question. We do our best to practice what we preach. And the reason why Jeff and I are here week after week after week, whether there's no viewers or thousands of viewers, is because we know the principle that this is what it takes to get our message out to help as many people as possible. And that's our commitment, is to help as many chiropractors, help as many people as they possibly can using these tools. Now, Jeff, it does remind me, I remember when I was in practice, on occasion, I would get a message from my CA who would say, oh, you know, so-and-so is not going to make it in today, even though they're on the schedule. You'd go, okay, well, why is that? Is everything okay? And they'd say, well, they called to say that they weren't feeling well. You know, their neck was hurting, so they couldn't come in, or they weren't feeling very well, so they couldn't come in. And you go, whoa, hold on a second. That's why they're supposed to come in. You know, like, what? And unfortunately, I think that's the way a lot of chiropractors approach this concept. They go, oh, I'm too busy trying to get more new patients to do the thing that's actually going to get them more new patients. It's just a little bass backwards, as they say, so to speak. So listen, nobody's saying that this is an easy thing to do necessarily. Nobody's saying you're going to get quick relief necessarily. What we are saying is this. If you're a chiropractor, you probably have a vision to do more with your life than just go through the motions to pay the bills. It's just an assumption. Just, going out on a limb that your day-to-day practice is more than just doing what you got to do to make sure that everything gets paid. And if that's the case, then the question I have for you is, okay, well, what is it really all about for you? And let me kind of experiment with you for a moment. If all your bills were getting paid, if you didn't have to worry about payroll and rent and the finances, if you could put money aside because, let's just play for a moment, magically your bills were covered and handled, what would you do then? Would you sort of obviously maybe take a little time off, maybe go on an extended vacation, maybe pick up a hobby or something like that? Maybe. But more often than not, I'm a believer that most of you, I know this isn't all of you, but most of you would probably, get a few things out of your system, upgrade a few things you've been wanting to upgrade. But then when all that was through, you'd probably say, well, wow, look at the freedom I have. And you would probably say, I could really help a lot more people if I reached out to them, if I taught them what I know about how their bodies work, if I taught them what I know about what's possible for them, if I re-inspired them to realize how worth it they are, how worth investing their time, their energy, their money into taking better care of themselves would produce dividends, would produce remarkable outcomes, both short-term and long-term. And that's what Jeff and I do here. We put the money aside. We've got a machine that serves lots of people, but we're here each and every week teaching and inviting consistently because we know over time it works for us, for others, and for you. So it's really understanding, and again, I've mentioned this before, but just to sort of hammer it, I was thinking about it a little while ago. I recently started a training program, a physical training program. I even pay a personal trainer to come to my house. I've been doing it for many months now. I have to be honest with you, I don't see tremendous results. I just don't see these major outcome changes. And if I thought like a marketer, I'd probably say, well, this isn't working. I should do something else. I want faster results. What else do I need to do in order to be able to see, measure, feel the difference? And yet anybody who knows about the basics of life would say, yeah, there's just certain principles, like you've got to keep on doing strength exercising. You got to make sure you're sort of working on your, food intake and sleep and all the other things that go into getting yourself and your body in shape that oftentimes are not immediately visible, immediately measurable, and even immediately, feeling the difference. In fact, it feels worse. Some people like to work out. I'm not one of those people. I do it because I have to do it. And that's the same thing when it comes to sharing and teaching. Some of you love to do it because you're outgoing, you're extroverted. Others of you do it because you love the outcome. You love knowing that when people learn from you what you know, that you see changes in their lives, that makes a positive impact for them, which then ends up with a positive impact for you over time because of what you know. And teaching your community what you do, why you do it, and how they will benefit from it is about the most core basic message you can get out to your community. And I guess you have to ask yourself, if you don't invest your time in doing that, who do you think is going to make sure your community knows about you? It's really that simple. And so invest the time, just like working out, just like watching what you eat, just like getting adjusted, just like getting a good night's sleep. These are all principles that are scientifically proven to help improve our health and well-being, even though we don't see immediate results, even though it sometimes costs money and time, and it even sometimes feels worse in the beginning. But because you know what you know, you stay with the plan, you stay with the program, and at some point, and the point is it's different for all of us, we will start seeing the results, reaping those rewards. And more importantly, people will benefit by hearing what you know in your heart, what you know in your mind, and the generosity of you consistently getting out there and sharing your message with others, not because you need more new patients, but because you're good and you are generous enough to want to help people learn what they don't already know. And that's really what I think this is all about. Hopefully that resonates with you as well. Do what you need to do. The money will follow. We'll show you how to make that happen so that you can do the work that you were really meant to do, inspiring and teaching other people to take better care of themselves with your help, your support, your participation. But it's about them, not about you. Let's make sure we get that message out on a consistent basis.
That's right. Teach and invite consistently. That's what you're going to want to remember. And that's the strategy that you can utilize to get out there day after day. Have some fun with it. Inspire some people to take action with their health. Hey, if you like that video, be sure to subscribe to the Smart Chiropractor. We are posting videos on how you can market your chiropractic practice in a way that teach and invites consistently. We have found that is the magic formula to big time growth. So if you like this video, be sure to comment down below, smash that subscribe button, or visit us at thesmartchiropractor.com.